All right, about to start here at Unicoi Gap, heading up over Rocky Mountain and Trey Mountain. I'll either stay Trey Mountain Shelter or I will go a little farther, so I'm more than halfway to, or at least halfway to Dix Creek Gap, which is 16.7 miles. I remember that descent down Blue Mountain that was long. We're at 2949, going up to 4,000 and change, then down to 3, and then up to 44. And then down to 35. It's gonna be a exciting morning, and you can see it goes right up, ladies and gentlemen. 1,000 feet on this climb. Colors look like they're at peak, at least on some portions near the road. My pack is heavy, so I'm gonna eat my heavy snacks first, my nuts, my jerky, things like that. I've got a lot of warm weather gear in here because there's definitely going to be rain tomorrow, possibly talk of snow, which honestly, if it's dry and not much, I'd prefer that over freezing rain. I think most of us would. I don't know. This is my first day of this adventure, and the pack is heavy. And I know the shelter has water in a privy. That's about 6 miles. That might be all I have in me, starting at 10:30. Although it didn't get dark till 7, and the sun came up at 8. So maybe I'll take a long break after those 2. It mellows out. And then try and make it a few more miles so I don't have to do 11 and a half miles in the rain tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna put this away. I'll check in from the view if there is one. It's pretty overcast. Maybe we'll be above it at that elevation. All right, Indian Grave Gap. I think there's one in North Carolina too. This is Unicoi, where I just started. I did Washington, I did slide. I've done 53 miles of Georgia and 550 of the rest of the trail, so I got this. This is just the first mile anxiety you gotta get through, you know? But it's beautiful and it's already calming me down. Only about halfway up, I already took off my outer layer. Hands aren't cold anymore. Ready to ditch the hat. Look at the size of these rhododendron leaves. Wow. Oh, I hear a crick. I'm good on water for a while though. There's the stream. But I really want to get... There's water halfway up Trey. I looked at the next water source. There's a report from yesterday saying good flow. So it's reliable. But the person said that he was startled by wild boars. Wild boars. And I read that somewhere else. So I hope that's not going to be the end of me. Wild boars. Plenty of threats out here. That was not one I considered. And there's a campsite there too, the cheese factory, which I considered if I came in yesterday, right from the airport. But that's right next to that spring. So that doesn't sound like a good plan. Anyway, it's only 2.7 in, so that's not the plan anyway. Okay, Rocky Mountain Trail. We're about at the, do a more gradual ridge walk here. I'm actually glad it's kind of overcast. This always keeps it a little warmer. It gets really cold when there's no clouds. It's like 40 degrees, but it's humid. So in this temperature, that's not a bad thing. Hey, spooky up here. I can't tell if this is a summit. That's a little stealth site. I'm gonna check my map. Okay. No, that wasn't the summit, but it's right up here. But I'm feeling good. I'm getting in the trail mentality. I think that's the hardest part, is all the prep and anticipation and getting yourself psyched up, getting all your stuff packed up, getting down to Georgia or wherever you're going with all your gear. And then, you know, and especially when you spend a day in town with friends beforehand. But that's also really important, because that day with friends and not rushing myself out here onto the trail yesterday right from the airport really unwound me a lot and got me psyched. And I think maybe the hardest part was this morning when I picked up the pack and felt the weight. But I know I'm prepared for cold weather this time. I've got the right gear. Not as many people out here, obviously, because I'm not starting with throughs. But you know, once you're on the trail, you're in that state of mind. I think as long as you don't get hurt, you're in a good place. And so I'm gonna do the best I can today. I'm pretty much at the top of this first mountain. I feel good. It woke me up, but I've got another one that's even higher. Okay, first summit. That was Rocky Mountain summit right back there where the camping is. I was planning to sit there and have a snack. I was hoping I was going to be above the clouds, but I wasn't. Oh, there's a new hostel called Above the Clouds in Suches, back about 20 miles or something like that, 25. That's pretty cool to think about. I'm 25 plus miles from there. All right, better save some battery, but I'm gonna keep moving because I don't feel like I need to stop right now. Maybe I'll stop in Indian Grave Gap and have a snack when I get down off of this and fuel up for the climb up Trey. There's definitely some moisture in the air. Feeling strong, and you know, I am strong. I was just reminding myself that there were so many challenges in the last year alone, let alone the last two. Some days I woke up with such huge things to accomplish and didn't know how the heck I was going to do it. And I did it. I did it time after time after time after time. Things that scared the hell out of me. And I did it. And they made me stronger in a lot of ways. And so I'm just carrying that with me right now. And it's a beautiful thing. All right, at Indian Grave Gap. And there's some more backpackers down here. So I'll stop yapping. Hello.
How you doing?
So I wanted to go a little past, but that was the parking lot and the road. Looks like a paved road. A couple trucks parked there. There's a fire pit. People left a water cache there. So I'm kind of hoping there's something like that halfway. But there's water halfway up here, so I'm gonna fill up. But I got about a 1,400 foot climb now. And I'm feeling it. But the farther I get today, the less I have to hike in the rain tomorrow, in the cold rain. 1.7 to Trey Gap. Okay, that's the gap after. I think, no, it's the gap right before you go the rest of the way up. But the downhill is nice. I thought I'd be ready for this uphill a little bit more, but just getting the legs used to the opposite motion again. Heading up to 4,400 feet. All right, so there's this. Is this Trey Gap? I can't tell. I gotta look on Gut Hook. There's a blaze, that's a cool shot. I'm gonna get some water here even though I got a long climb. Okay, this is Trey Mountain Road. Cheese factory site is right up there, and there's more water. So I'm gonna get it there, so it's a little less metallic. And then it'll be Trey Gap. I'm making my way up there. This is beautiful. I wanna try and make it 8 or 9 today. And as long as I carry in the water, which I can. But so I can get to the hostel earlier tomorrow and go into town. If there's a site like that where I can carry water to, I'm okay alone tonight. A lot of people out here, so there's a chance if someone sees my tent and they're tired, they'll stop there. I do like a little socialization. I have plenty of hours each day to talk to myself and figure stuff out. I had to get a picture of this lovely mountain laurel grove. I probably said it, but my wife got me a few of these for Father's Day a year and a half ago, and they're doing really well. I love these things. Wow, look at that. Hold on. All right, had to get another picture. That's magical. It's mercifully a little flat for a minute. Gonna enjoy that. Then it goes up another leg. Then it goes up another leg. But I'm gonna get water at this campsite and eat a little. Because I haven't eaten since I left the hotel, and I didn't eat much then, so I wouldn't have a full belly to walk off. Okay, this is a big campsite. This has got to be Cheese Factory site. I noticed there's a couple different pathways that go off here, but it's supposed to have water. And oh, right, it's 0.1 north of there, I think it said. Yeah, this is definitely the campsite. This was definitely where the cheese factory was. Yeah, there's a sign here. Let's see what it says about water. Sorry, this is going to be a long video, but these are my special trips. I'm going to bust this one up into 2 parts. All right, doing the old leaf trick. This is the water source here. It wasn't far. Filling up so I can fill up my water bottle and then have a little backup. This is probably the road that went to the cheese factory. All right, going to grab my pack, filter water, and have a snack. I don't know, where did I come up, like 0.6? I'm at about 4 miles, almost 4,000 feet. I'm walking on this ridge line here. Once I get to Trey Gap, there's one more big uphill, 400 or so feet, and then down. I might have to get water there. And this guy that I just saw said that the rain's gonna come more like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock tonight, but be done by like 8 in the morning. That would be optimal. I'll still have a wet tent, but then I don't have to walk in the rain for 8 miles. Although that'll mean it will be colder. I'll have a warm bed tomorrow night. It's nice up on this ridge. That ledge was a good drop off there. This is a cool tree. Ah. All right. Looks like we're at Trey Gap here. Indian Grave Gap is 1.7. That's pretty cool. See your progress. All right, this is Trey Gap. There's the road. Big parking lot here. All right, now we got one more big climb up over this boy. A couple hundred more feet. There's a big sign here. So yeah, this road is pretty used. Okay, Trey Mountain, 4,400 and something feet. Boy, that was a long climb. Probably, what's our line? That's probably an amazing view. Up in the clouds. I've got a good deal of water. It's only 2 o'clock. But the other water sources are like way down. But this is going to add 0.4 onto my walk. But I'm already at 6 and I only want to go like 2 or 3 more. I'm going to check out Hook for the mileage again. Maybe I'll get water here. All right, I conquered Trey. As you know, I didn't go down to the shelter because it says up ahead about 1.7 miles there's a spring, 0.1 from Steel Trap Gap. It says it's downhill a little bit, but I could leave my pack like I did for the last one. And then I'm going to try and go over, I think it's called Young Lick Knob, who names these things. And try and camp at Swag of the Blue Ridge or Steel Trap Gap. I guess I'll make sure I have a signal at one of them. Because Deep Gap is on the other side of Kelly Knob, and that looks like another rocky mountain. I don't know if I can handle that today. All right, just walked way downhill. Almost a quarter mile for this water. But I left my pack up there somewhere stashed. So when I get back up there, I'll see how I feel. I was going to try and get up to top of Young Lake Knob or over it to Swag of the Blue Ridge and then camp. All right, I guess that little cairn makes the top of Young Lake Knob. That was a tough climb. I've got full load of water. Wasn't really a tough climb except for the full load of water, but I need it. And that side trail, man, I'm glad I didn't bring my pack down there. Walking on a ridge now. Next stop, where I know there's camping, is called Swag of the Blue Ridge. I think on a ridge I'll be okay too. It's really the gaps where the wind goes flying through. So anyway, I wanted to get one more mountain under my belt today, as hard as it was. I didn't want to get into camp so early. It's going to be dark from 7 to 8, 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. That's a long time, although I think I'll sleep well. If I can camp there and have a decent signal, I do want to check in with my wife. Let her know I'm okay. Then I'll camp there, and then tomorrow, that puts me at about halfway or a little bit more. That's 8.5 or 9 miles, I forget. So let me get to a campsite and I'll check in once I'm set up. Here at Swag of the Blue Ridge. I don't really know what that means, but it's interesting. There's a campsite right here. There's some kind of trail over there. I don't know if that goes down somewhere, if that's a water trail or a pea trail. But big open space here. So yeah, so this one doesn't look like the other one that was right next to the trail and did not look like a good place. It was not considerate, it was not safe. There was trees right ahead, overhead. Anyway, we'll see if I can get this going. I'm gonna get set up first. Well, it's very pretty here. Okay, so I heard a bunch of rustling. I was getting cozy in my bag and getting all my stuff ready to go to sleep. Put on my long johns, my fuzzy socks, was just about to roll out my muscles with my cool little roller ball and do my journal and look at my map. And I heard a bunch of rustling as I was saying, and I was like, oh, great. Some more hikers are coming in. That'll be nice. Maybe have someone to talk to for a little bit. Maybe they'll make a fire. But no, it was a bear, and he wanted that. He was a little guy, I mean a cub, I think, or a juvenile of some kind, but you can see my bag is way up there. So anyway, I don't know if he'd be able to get it. Yeah, I'd say that bear was about, it was definitely a small bear. He ran fast as soon as I opened my tent. So I'm hoping that meant like he was a scared bear and he's not habituated to hearing coming back. But obviously that's a concern. Wow, look at my hair. That'll scare anybody off. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to get back in my tent and I'm going to make a lot of noise. And I had my bear bell on all day today and I'm really glad I did. But I didn't read anything about bears at this site, but it is bear time. Although it's getting cold, so I hope they bed down. Wish me luck. All right, we're going to try and distract myself here. I forget where I found out about this, but really good to roll out your muscles before bed. It really helped me last time because you work these hard, and I worked them hard today, and I really felt it on this leg coming down today. And then I'm going to get my feet into this bag because they're getting chilly. I was going to write in my journal and look at my map and stuff. And I might still do that in a little bit, but I'm going to make sure this guy isn't coming back. I think I just startled him, but startled me too. I thought it was more hikers. So anyway, you know the story. I'm getting warm here, and I don't know, I guess I'll drift in and out of sleep until I know he's gone. It's raining pretty good now. I'm going to try, did I say this earlier? I'm going to try my fast pitch setup tomorrow, if it's still raining when I want to leave, to get the tent dry into its bag, and then in a plastic bag put the fly and the footprint before I put it into the tent bag. Or I'll just put the fly and footprint in the outside of my pack. In my rain gear, and see what that's like. I'm glad I bought the footprint and brought it. I wrote in my journal, gonna look at my map, charging my phone here, and then I'm gonna try and go to bed. Well, it's been raining pretty hard all night. It's supposed to go till about 11. This is kind of pretty though, but it's about 35 and it doesn't seem like it's gonna go up from that. So that's pretty miserable. I've got rain pants, I've got a rain jacket, rain gloves, so I'll be decked out and hopefully that'll keep me warm when I get going here. But that being said, I have a couple mountains more to go over, 7.5 miles to town, to the road. One big one, everyone decided that they needed to tell me about. Yeah, I'm going to maybe wait an hour or two. Nice and warm in my bag. And, you know, 7.5 miles, even 7.5 tough miles, I should be able to do in 4 hours. So that's the plan. Gotta pee though. Should have brought a pee bottle. I also wanted to say that there's obviously not going to be any views. I mean, maybe if there's any views, like when it clears up around noon and I'm on trail and I'm not slipping and sliding everywhere, I'll pop the phone out to get a picture or a clip, but I'm not going to be filming much today until I get to town, because I don't want my phone to get ruined and I don't want to freeze my hands off for video. All right, Trey Mountain Wilderness wanted to give me a taste of medicine before I left. There's some little wooden log steps up there with mud, and I just slid right down one of them. Luckily it wasn't on one of the steep parts. I've gone about, what is this, 2.25-ish miles. I'm at Addis Gap and I'm about to go up Kelly Knob, which everyone was saying was brutal. So I hope they're wrong, but happy to get that one behind me. And then it's Powell Mountain and then a whole lot of downhill. I am looking forward to pizza and laundry and sheets. My friend wasn't kidding. That was brutal. That was straight up 800 feet or something. There was one switchback. I mean, not steep really, but just up the whole way. It's probably a nice view over there. Nice flat section for a while going down. Then there's the other hill, Powell Mountain. Other mountain, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna not record so I can watch my feet on the slippery stuff, but Kelly Knob. All right, well, I wasn't expecting to be at the Deep Gap shelter already, but I ain't going down there. I got enough water. I got 3.6 to go. I just got to go over Powell, and then it's mostly down with a little bump in the middle. I'm almost there. This is the last half mile to the road, and then I got to go half mile down the road. So that's probably the most dangerous part of the hike. It stopped raining around noon, but my tent is wet. A lot of stuff. There's just extra weight, a lot of extra weight. So I am just ready to get this thing off my back. All right. Man, my left knee is feeling all that downhill. I just came down like 1,800 feet in 2.5 miles. Okay. So, time to cross this highway. And then I'm walking down the road half a mile. I hope it's down. This is Dix Creek Gap. Going to round the Bend Hostel. It used to be top of Georgia. All right, I'm here. Oh boy, I don't want to climb any more hills. Clayton is 17 miles. 8.9 to the North Carolina border. That's what I'm thinking of doing tomorrow if I can move. I saw them painting that van yesterday in their Instagram. All right, people, I'm gonna check in. Oh wait, they have a boot tree too, like at Neil Gap. Huh. Funny.